Alright, we have most of the equipment installed. Both racks are in. I did all this myself. Start on the bottom, we got the two ATI amplifiers. There's a 7-channel and a 2-channel for the 9 main and surround speakers. There's 4 pro amps for the 5 subwoofers. There are a spot there for an Xbox that isn't there yet. Here's the Oppo Blu-ray player. Here's a QNAP 8-bay network attached storage. It's got 8 1.5 terabyte drives in a RAID array for storing Blu-rays and DVDs for streaming them. This spot right here is going to be a drawer that I haven't installed yet, and these 2 spots here will be some shelving as well for 4 rack unit shelves. Another one up there. This is going to be for a Apple TV. This is going to be the Control 4 main center. This is the Denon AVP. There's an empty space here for some heat. These are the QSC DSP-322 UAs. There's 2 of them for the room to do all the EQ and signal processing. Some more empty spaces. Here's the isolation transformer that runs off of a 30 amp 220 volt line that I'll show you in a minute. Here's just the power supply backup for a couple of the components in case I lose power, especially the projector, so it can have enough power to go through its cool down cycle. Another empty space here. You go over here to the equipment closet entry, and here's all the various speaker wires that I just mapped out. All the ones up that go up over the door are ones that are actually in use in the theater. These 3 are extras that are ran to some of the columns that we didn't use. Each column has 2 speaker wires, but only 3 of the columns have subs in them, so the other 3 are redundant. Here's some of the wiring I've cut to do custom terminations. On the back here, there's the twist lock 220 line that was a real bitch to get in there for some reason. There was a little tab on one of the prongs that wouldn't let it go in, and I pulled my hair out for about 2 days trying to figure it out, and then I realized there's a little barb, and that went in. This is the power link up to the projector box. Starting out here, I've got all the amplifier stuff on this side wired. I just now got this side installed, so I haven't wired it yet, but doing all balance connections. Coming up here to the DSP-322 UAs. I don't know if you can how well you can see it in there, but they use an unusual Phoenix type of connector. It's a balance connection, but you can see they have the ability to get a whole bunch of inputs in a smaller space. So if you look there, that's about they have basically 16 inputs and outputs, or 8 in, 8 out, in that small little space. And the same thing up there. You can see the empty spots there. It's kind of a pain to do those, but it's not too bad. Basically, you just have to get a regular XLR cable, find the end you want, cut off the other end, and then pull out the wires there. And the units themselves come with little Terminator green modules there that you run for the hot, cold, and ground. Just go off the same wiring mechanism as you can see here on the Denon for which one is hot, cold, and ground. And then it's pretty straightforward. After that, everything's labeled. We'll just bring it in there, and I have a wiring diagram of what goes from there into what input there, and then eventually they'll go outputs there down to the amplifier down there, and all the amplifiers over here for the subwoofers. Like I said, I haven't got this side wired up yet. Got some rack mounted switches here for all the network stuff. One on that rack and one on that rack because I had these hanging around anyway, and they're good gigabit switches and they're pretty inexpensive. Got some extra cable back here. 2 of these Cat 6s come from the where my fiber optic router is for my internet, and the rest of these are RG6 or other Cat 5 that goes out to projector control or masking control, and a lot of extra wire here. So that's about it for now. I'll get another video once all the wiring is completely done, but I just installed this rack tonight, and I've got all the equipment physically mounted, so I haven't actually had a chance to do all the wiring for that. But this rack is pretty close to being done, except for some of the control stuff to plug in all the IR and RS-232 inputs, and then of course all the video inputs on the AVP. And eventually I'll have a long 40-foot cable coming out of here, HDMI cable going up out to there, which goes to one of the columns, which then goes up to the hush box. That's it.